A provider necessarily does not also just provide the money. He provides the direction. So sometimes that may mean that you might have to let that woman lead in the area of finances.
Yeah.
And that means you get, like we said, ego, submission. You may not be the breadwinner.
Yeah, and that's okay.
It's okay.
Not recognizing it is not okay.
Yeah.
What's up, visionary?
What's good?
Welcome to another episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. I'm Tonya, and I'm joined by my wonderful husband,
Lamont.
And we hope you're doing well as usual.
As usual.
Guess what? This is a birthday. Dropping, popping.
Yep.
My earring is gone. Oh boy. Episode of Visions of Love and Relationships. Alright, cause somebody just had a birthday. I ain't gonna say no name.
And my baby turned
25. 25 in the body. I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Yes. But I'm gonna tell y'all some for real stuff though. After I get this earring in, I actually woke up with a pain. I'm like, what in the world? Is this telling me I'm getting older? I'm getting older or what? Somebody said you ain't 25, girl. But let's hop on into this because if you've been with us, thank you for being with us. And you know that we are on our series of men. Change the narrative because you got to do something, man.
Yeah.
This narrative that's going on today.
It's crazy.
It's crazy and it has to be changed.
Yeah.
So again, if you've been with us, thank you. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss none of this healthiness, that we get.
Value.
This healthiness, the value
of growth
that we getting. All right. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, men, again, let's change the narrative. Today we're going to explore the weighty responsibility of godly leadership.
Yeah. Because if it ain't godly leadership, then it's selfish leadership.
Yeah. And this week too. So this is we're going to title this one "The Weight of Leadership" because we know it can be weighty. So being a leader worth following is not an easy task. It requires strength. It requires commitment, and it's going to require sacrifice.
Yeah. And as a leader, we must be willing to take on the weight of the responsibility for those we call to God and serve.
Yep. So true leadership ain't just about personal gain. That's one thing you got to understand, man. Yeah. It's not about personal gain or status. So it don't matter how you look on social media. It don't matter how you look driving your Lambo or whatever you got going on. It ain't about that. That don't mean you're a leader.
Yeah.
It's about humbly bearing the load for the sake of others. It's not about you. So once we get that out of our head that it ain't about us, maybe then we can truly lead or at least have a beginning.
Yeah.
Because there's some more things that go with leadership.
Yeah, and if you build a foundation on unstable sand, then it's bound to fall the higher up you think you're going to get.
Mm-hmm. So again, we're going to chop it up on what it really truly means for men to earn the trust and respect of those they lead through characteristics, through their character, actions, and commitment, because all three of those have to be.
Yeah. And that's the big thing she said, earned.
Mm-hmm.
So often we want to take submission, we want to take leadership, but we think that we deserve to be the leader just because we're the man. It does not work like that. It's earned. Everything must be earned. If it's not earned, then like we said, it's probably going to be unstable. If you said, but just because I'm the man, I need to be a leader. It does not work like that. You must earn it. So if you earn it, then you say, okay, I can see why I'm a leader. Not just because I'm the man, I have to be the leader of the household. It doesn't work like that. It's earned through the characteristics, actions, and commitment that we show on a daily basis.
Yeah. And of course, we cannot be a leader if we only doing, if we got the good character.
Yeah.
We got the commitment.
But we lack the action.
We lack the actions.
It don't work like that.
You gotta have all three.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's discuss again more of the weight of leadership.
So much is given, much is required. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. So often we want to wear the crown of leadership, but we forget that thing way heavy. And sometimes when it comes for us to actually be the leader, we actually fall back and let somebody else take on the leadership role that we're supposed to have in a relationship. And we got to realize that men are called to must be willing to take the weight of the responsibility that comes with leadership. That means the good and the downfall that we fail to do or not do in a relationship. Too often we just want to take the good thing. Okay, that's because we know the weight of responsibility for those who call to God and serve is heavy. And true leadership is not about personal gain or status, but it's about really humbling ourselves, bearing the load for the sake of others.
Yeah, and you gotta excuse me. I got a new left-hand mouse that my baby got me, and I'm working with this thing, and it is not.
Show your mouse. It's right.
I can't even hold it. It is not cooperating.
Yeah, it's like a carpet toner mouse that helps with carpet tone and stuff. You got left hand, right hand. For those who work a lot online, that mouse like that really hurts your hand.
And the weight of the leadership is a heavy responsibility, and I know for a man, and I know just by looking at my baby every day, when I wake up, my baby is doing his thing around the house, making sure everything is intact, working. He's multitasking everything, so that pressure, that weight of leadership can seem, to be a lot. Because not only that, he leads me spiritually, I can see that it's a lot on a man. So let's discuss this a bit. Even when on my baby's downtime, he's still like, if I want to take some weight off of him because I see all that he's doing, and of course as his helpmate, I want to help. But when I help, he finds something else to do.
and true leadership, man. Leadership is about you being the first up and probably the last to sleep. Because you're the provision. So you have to have provision over things. And sometimes leadership also means that you don't have to hold the whole weight. As you can say, we do have people to help us out. Sometimes leadership, it becomes a burden when you hold it so much that you don't necessarily have to carry it. You see true leaders in, like, let's say a pastor. Most leaders got a team. And they know how to use, a true leader know how to use his team in areas that he's not strong in. We don't have to be strong. Sometimes we're not. So, like, let's say being a provider man, being the one that makes the money. Sometimes that's not our strong suit. The woman we with may be a better go-getter, like my baby we did in the video. The woman may be a go-getter. She might know how to make that money. Let her lead in the area. A provider necessarily does not also just provide the money. He provides the direction. So sometimes that may mean that you might have to let that woman lead in the area of finances.
Yeah.
And that means you get, like we said, ego, submission. You may not be the breadwinner.
Yeah, and that's okay.
It's okay.
But not recognizing it is not okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's when you then feel defeated. You feel like she thinks she better than you, and all this other stuff that come along with it. But again, a true leader don't possess those characteristics.
Yeah.
Okay, so what men have to do is honestly examine themselves.
Yeah.
And ask the tough questions. Whether am I truly leading? Am I leading with authority?
And true leadership is not about ego or pride, but it's about serving those God has put in place for us to care over and honor with Him.
Yeah. So
one of the first things that God put us to care over, honor with Him, is the woman. So when I see a man and woman shattered in life, up and down, can't seem to get foot and get direction, I know, number one, the man's probably mistreating the women that come in his life. He's using them and not being of use to them, or the woman is misusing men and let him use her with no direction. And anytime when you fall out of order, the things that in a place, the order that God put in place to help us grow, then disaster seems to come about.
Yeah, and we know that anything that's not in order is chaos.
Yeah.
And God is not in chaos. And we want God in our marriage. We want God in it.
Yeah.
Because without him, we doomed.
Yeah. And we seem to be taken to a direction that's not towards what God called for our lives.
Mm-hmm.
When we trying to take control of things on and let our own minds lead things.
Yeah. And yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but it's a calling that requires you men to lead with integrity. You gotta lead with humility and a heart for others.
For us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For others. You
Heart
gotta
for
have
others.
a heart for others. It's not an I thing. It's not about you.
Yeah.
It's not about you. So when you learn to let go of yourself and the things that please you,
Yeah.
and know that your life is ultimately not your own.
And all things work for the good for those who love the Lord.
Right.
And all
for him.
And God wants everything. In the end, it boils back to Him, to glorify God. So everything that the purpose of every man is going to ultimately, no matter how you slice it, is going to be to glorify God in the end. So a man that's worth following is a man that's headed in the direction of God and not self.
Yeah, and once you recognize that, you can too then start your journey for Christ. But we have to recognize again that our lives is ultimately not our own, men and women. But for a man to be a true leader, he must first
Submit to
God.
Yeah, you got to social. We said, we must be the leaders by example. Sometimes a woman don't know what submission looks like. Maybe she never had a man or somebody submit in her life. As far as her mother never submitted to the man. Maybe she don't know what real submission. She know what service look like, and they don't want that. People don't want to be of service, be a servant to somebody who in the end their own use the service them only so they can do their thing on the side.
Right.
And that becomes a control thing. So the most powerful question that get to the heart of what a woman want from leadership: if I follow you, where are we going?
And that's a good question. I mean, and it is powerful. Just think about it, man. Think about it here. If you come up to a woman, or anybody for that matter, you come to another man, anybody, they gonna want to know where they going. You be like, let's go. I packed our bags, let's go. They're like, where are we going? Yeah. This all that you telling me is let's pack our bags, let's go. Or I got the bags packed, let's go. Yeah. But you don't have a pass, you don't have a hotel book, you don't got nothing done. Like, it's like, what we doing? Or to put it in modern day terms, a lot of men want a woman they want to have kids. They wanted a woman to be a housewife, but they not really telling, well, okay, what's the end destination? All those are me submitting to you. Where does, I'm gonna be a provider. Okay. What? And that, me and my wife, one of the serious things me and my wife was talking about today was we was just working on why. Because you asking that question, why, and keep answering until you no longer have the answer to it. Like, okay, you want a woman to submit, why? You want to have kids, why? Oh, you want a big legs, so why? So you keep breaking that why down till you no longer have a why. And there you will find your core reason why you're doing it. And the core reason, like I said, the woman, they need to know exactly, you want to have kids, what next? Yeah. And the clearer you are on what next, I don't have kids, what next? The clearer you're on what next, a person will be willing to follow you, we can do that. Yeah. Because I can see what next. And that's why it's so important again, too, to ask that question. If I follow you, where we going? Yeah. Because that question highlights, how anybody being asked to follow wants that assurance. Yeah. That their faith won't lead them astray. Yeah. If they're gonna have faith in what you doing and where we going, I want to make sure I ain't being led astray. Yeah.
And a lot of times they come on the characteristic and the habits and the commitment that we showed before is at the time to commit. We actually hit it. Okay, we had some. We've been talking about it, but have you shown consistency in your business? Consistent, and I see consistent character that inspires others to willingly join the journey. Are you trustworthy? All those are stuff that we need to see that this person is that he's showing commitment, and I can willingly follow them, and not I'll be forced to follow them just because I am a man and you're a woman. I'm the provider, I am mine.
Follow me.
Follow me because I'm the man. Women submit to men. You got to submit because you need us to protect you. Man, don't nobody want to hear that. The key thing is, is the man a clear, trustworthy person with the purpose that naturally won't come along with being a person that does not believe, that naturally come with, is this person somebody who has a clear vision, and that vision is not a selfish vision? Yeah. Because and the person will willingly follow you because they believe where you headed will benefit them, not just you.
Yeah, and we know, again, leadership is heavy.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Leadership is not a privilege. It's a responsibility.
Yeah.
Again, leadership is not a privilege, it's a responsibility. So don't think of it like, oh, I'm leading. When I'm the provider of the house, now
I'm riding. Right. And I think that's what a lot of people think. If I become the leader, if I'm the head, if I'm making money, then I'm kind of like cruise 7 years. You get to submit, you get to work, you get to have the baby, to the housewife. And the man think that he just cruise on through life.
Yeah, but it ain't just financial providing that makes you a leader. Okay, again, I say it's a responsibility. It's about what you give, not about what you get.
Yeah.
So as a leader, you carry multiple burdens, your own dreams, your family's future, and God's assignment for your life. So we know it's a heavy weight.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, we got to realize that the men carry the burden of a lot of things that will make the relationship healthy. A lot of things that will make the relationship thrive and not just be surviving. And one of the things that the man carry the burden of that I don't think a lot of men step up and do is the burden of making sure the relationship actually works.
Yeah.
God can do his part, but there's still things and stuff that we got to learn to actually be effective, and God teaches us to do our part. And that means learning how to communicate. That means learning how to do relationships. We do relationships God's way, or we can do it the world way. And a lot of times we trying to do it the world way. And we putting God in it, but we got to get the Bible says my people are destroyed by a lack of knowledge. We have to get the knowledge, because sometimes we got what's in us to build a healthy relationship, but we lack the words to do it.
Yeah, and you know what? Another thing that's crazy.
Or the skills to do it.
Another thing that is crazy is that how much money we put into going to school to learn
everything else,
to get a career or so. We pay billions, well, not billions, but a whole bunch to go to school, but we won't pay
nothing on our relationship
or work on our relationship. That's just like I heard it said over the weekend, this conference. I heard it said that the lady spent $12,000 on her bed, and she said she just didn't know that she could wake up without pain. Same thing with your relationship. You spend on your relationship, you will know. You will realize that.
I didn't know I have a blissful relationship.
I didn't know a relationship can be this blissful, and I didn't know that I can lead like this.
Yeah, and I, like I said, I think one of our, like I said, personally, one of my biggest investments that I do every year is probably going to be education and information stuff. My goal, like I said, I'd rather spend my money. If I don't do nothing, I spend my money on something to learn something. Because when I get a program, get something I can learn something for, it's only me to get in there, learn what I need to do, and put it into action. And therefore, my money is not going in vain. But you can easily spend your money on something like a car or something, and it's depreciating value. But if I'm spending my money on something that I know that can actually enhance my relationship, like relationship seminars, we just feel like I said, and I truly believe, like so many people, I see people start business stuff. You can't ask for something that you're not willing to give. So you can't ask somebody to invest in you. They don't believe in me. I hate women don't believe in me. We don't believe. You gotta believe in yourself, and sometimes believing in yourself to be the true leader means I gotta invest. If I don't have the skills, then I must be a leader seeks out what he does not have. A leader knows how to put people in place when he's lack of this skill. So if I don't have the skills to communicate with my wife or be an effective leader, then I go out there and seek. I spend my money to get them skills so I can be an effective leader at the position I'm at. If you don't invest in what you want to grow in, then you're going to find out what you want to grow in is going to easily boil down to not worth the nothing.
Yeah.
If you want something to work, you have to work on that something that you want to work. Just the same way you go working on a job and you working to make money, you have to work on your relationship, and that becomes getting closer to God and learning the skills and the knowledge so you won't be ignorant to the fact. Because nowadays we're in the information age, ignorance to it is no excuse.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have a father figure. That's ignorant.
Yeah.
And you can keep using that excuse, or you can go, okay, I didn't have a father figure, but now have people that I can't go personally seek out.
Or I didn't have a father figure, but what did I learn from not having a father figure? I can learn from the negative things that impacted my life, what not to do.
Yeah.
All right. So every decision you're gonna make as a leader, it ripples through lives of those who you trust. So when you fail to lead with clarity and purpose, you leave others stranded and confused. So you must have a clear path for those of the lives of who trust you, because you don't want this ripple effect to go down to your children.
Yeah.
You don't want it to go down, to your wife. I mean, if you're the leader, then your bad decisions is gonna have that ripple effect to your children, as well as positive decisions to your wives and to your children.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things is too, like if you a man who disrespects your mom or disrespect women, how are you gonna respect your wife?
Yeah.
How are you gonna respect your daughter? So if you're looking for a relationship and you one of these men, get healed first before you step into a relationship. That's a leader decision to make.
Yeah. And when you know how to, when a respectful man is a respectful man. A disrespectful man is a disrespectful man. And I'm a truly believer. I believe that the way you do things is the way you do things. And if you show me that you got the ability to do something, I'm gonna hold you in every area. I'm gonna hold you accountable for every area in their life because I see commitment in you. We was watching a podcast today. I mean, I'm probably gonna react to the little Cam Newton and Jason Wilson podcast, and he was just talking about Cam Newton and his commitment. You know what I'm saying? I know that when a person can show this in one area, if they don't show in the other area, it's just a matter of want to. I don't want to do it. Anything in life when I see a person that he can be ambitious, goal driven about making money. I know when he neglect to put it in this area that it should, like, this is okay. I see your business here, but why you ain't putting it in your marriage? You show you got it in there, then it becomes an ego. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And the weight of leadership means you have to be intentional. The same way you was intentional about getting that job, the same way you were intentional about pursuing that job and working at it, working for the people, you need to be the same potential about God's first thing that he told you to be in charge of. That's the woman. That's the first thing the man was in charge of, was the woman. And your woman is your team. The woman is your team. And if you're purposeful about that, then you're going to realize your team, they waiting on you. Yeah. And your team is counting on you to provide steady, focused guidance. Yeah.
Also, be as intentional and as purposeful as you was when you were trying to get that woman.
Yeah.
You had all kinds of plans, you saw into her future.
Yeah.
Keep that same momentum going.
And because I know people got it in them, but I know once you kind of get something, natural humans, complacency step in the way. And with complacency step in the way, you normally start neglecting things. Mm-hmm. And you got one of the best traits, worthy traits of a leader is not going to happen by accident. Mm-hmm. It's going to have to be intentional, and you're going to have to keep cultivating it over time.
Mm-hmm. Remembering that consistency is going to be key. Your family needs to know what version of you they're getting.
Yeah.
As a leader, you must be protective, creating an environment of safety and trust. You got to provide more than just money, man.
Yeah.
You got to offer stability.
Peace.
You got to offer peace and clear direction. All right, before we go any deeper, let's go back to your family needs to know what version of you shows up.
Yeah.
All right, so if you just pop off at your wife just out of nowhere, be sure to make some time, like, because you're trying to be a leader. Remember that.
Yeah.
We're trying to lead. We're learning to lead. So make some time to go to the safe space that we always talking about for you and your wife or you and your partner to create, to talk about who showed up. So she won't be in the dark about, who showed up. She'll know how to handle the situation as well as your kids. It's okay to be vulnerable to your kids too. Not saying you owe them an explanation, but if you just go off out of nowhere,
without explaining,
they need to know what version's showing up so they can know how to handle it, how to take it. So be vulnerable.
And like she said, creating an environment where people feel safety and trust you and peace.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can trust, nobody can submit to, or they will submit, but it's going to be controlled submit. They're going to be submit out of fear, submission out of fear. When the man does not create peace in the home, when he's all loud, obnoxious, he's all controlling, he don't know how to control his temper, he hitting walls, he's slamming the doors, he leaving, going, when they get in an argument, every time they go in an argument, he leaving and stuff, but yet he wants this woman to trust him. And he don't know, he's unpeaceful. And he don't have the clear, she don't know how he gonna act because they had an argument, he stormed out the house and she's like, oh, I'm unclear the direction. What's going on? I know you're going for a while, but what is this the straw that broke the back? A lot of times we inconsistent and unstable. Then we give people that we don't. It's like, okay, today he was bad. He was like, I don't know what direction he was today, and that comes because we're not being consistent in our action. And your submission to God authority gives you the authority for your family to submit to you. It's not just because I'm the man that I'm a leader. It does not work like that. It's earned.
Yeah, you gotta.
The man is the head of the house naturally, but
he gotta first submit to God.
Yeah.
Lead by example.
And that's a godly house. See, some people don't believe in that.
Lead by example. Lead by you submitting to somebody, to God, to the person you're supposed to submit to. God's authority.
Yeah, and you gotta realize submission, if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in Jesus Christ. I don't know about the Muslim faith, but if you don't believe in God, then a woman does not have to submit to a man. You don't believe in God. You believe in yourself. So women, you can expect a woman to submit to somebody, like we said, who does not submit to somebody. So you gotta find a God to serve. You better serve Jesus Christ. So you got to find a God that you serve. You got to submit up under somebody so somebody can submit up under you. You can't request something from somebody that you're not willing to be or give yourself. And that's submission. Yeah. Who do you submit? Show me what submission looks like so I can follow.
Yeah. And as you can see, if you look at this slide, you see some broken chain links scattered on the ground. This symbolizes freedom from control. It's about knocking down those myths that, have corrupted our understanding of true Christian leadership. Because even in the church, we're not getting the true Christian leadership. And it's sad, but it's not being talked about.
Yeah.
Real leadership is not about domination. It's not about control. It's not about manipulation.
Or intimidation.
Please, no intimidation, okay? It's about inspiring, willing followership, not feel for compliance, not having somebody scared, they walking on eggshells because they think you're gonna beat them, or leave them,
or you the man that's making all the money, you the provider, and you diminish the woman so she's codependent on only your money.
Yeah.
See, that would be fearful compliance. See, she's submitting to you because she's feared that you're gonna leave her, and I'm not working. He's paying all the bills. I have no money. I don't want to go back to my mama. So that would be somebody fearful submit to a man because you are the provider and you're not willing to let her work. You talking about, I want you to be a housewife. And most men use that thing, I want you to be a housewife, so they can control you, not love you. Men want a submission. Men want to be the sole provider because they think the sole provider is the one that controls the relationship. In a way, that's true, but it's not going to inspire willingness, fellowship. It's going to be fearful compliance, and there's a difference. One will not lead to longevity. That woman going to leave me. You realize Now then you become part of the statistic that 70% of women filed for divorce. You know, I don't know why they filed for divorce, but hey, why get married with 70% of women? They just go up and say, man, we don't want to be this man. We're gonna leave you. That's not the case, man.
Yeah, and it brings me back to another video we seen. Well, the girl was talking about. She's in her mid-20s. She's almost 30, and she's going up the scale, going up the levels in her career. She's going places, and her fiance sent her a text message, and he was like,
That's the why he doesn't want to marry her.
Yeah, and we commended him because he was open and he was vulnerable about it. He could have not said anything and just been acting a certain kind of way, but he told her why. But I feel like he was kind of coming from a grandiose place. Well, not really grandiose, but he wanted her to, belittle herself. Well, not belittle herself, but like kind of dumb it down so that he can be still on top. He wanted to be on top, and he wanted her to be ready for kids. I suspect they talked about having kids, and the job that she was in, the career, she was gonna be traveling, and he was worried about her traveling without him. He didn't want to be a stay-at-home dad. Pretty much, like, how you gonna do this? How you gonna advance in your career but be a mother? And I feel like that was again commended for the communication, but.
And I think
you knew who she was before you became a part of it.
Yeah, and that's one of those areas that I think we have to adapt it, because we live in a generation where there's going to be a lot of women that make more money than a man. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, we got to realize that providing the money is not the only. That does not make you provide. That make you a big decision maker, but that's not the only area that needs to be attended to as far as provision in a relationship. Money is only part of it. Maybe the person make the money, but they're not money wise. Maybe that can be an area that you may step up in. You may learn, and you may be and just because you make the money, and you know how to manage the money, that person becomes a better leader than the person who just make the money. Because like once you master one skill, it's no longer nothing you need to master. So if you know how to make money, okay, you master that, check. What area can I go that I need mastering? Maybe after I mastered making the money, now I need to master keeping the money. As us men, we stop at one thing, one goal, we hit one thing, and all of a sudden we reach the top of the Mount Everest, and that becomes, let's say, man being a provider man. It takes more than just making the money to make it a successful relationship. And God say, do not worry about what we're gonna eat, drink, and wear, because I'm gonna provide that. If all we're doing is making the money to do that and to have control of the relationship, then we're gonna realize our relationship would not work. Yeah. Because our vision for the relationship is wrong. And our vision for making money is wrong.
So also recognizing that leadership is not about do as I say.
Yeah, that mentality.
It's not about I do. It's not as I do mentality. So it's not about do as I say, not as I do mentality. Hypocrisy destroys leadership faster than almost anything else.
Yeah. And I'm sure we're seeing this right now with a lot of these podcasts of these relationship gurus out here. A lot of people are saying one thing and doing a totally opposite. They're telling you this is how you get a good man, this is how you do this. And then when you come find out, that isn't even what they live in. We don't want this channel to be something like that. But we telling you one thing and we doing another.
Yeah. And it's very easy to feel that way. Like if we get into it, like we get into a little argument, sometimes we feel like we ain't gonna do no video because we hypocrites.
Yeah, I feel like a hypocrite.
That could be further from the truth because we've been together 20 years, so the fruit that we bear shows. So we know how to do relationships, and we still learning. But so when we go through, we grow through so that we can teach. Yeah. Also because we're here to serve.
Yeah, but integrity of a man requires you not just to say you live in a life or telling you one way to live one thing, but to actually be the person that we telling you to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's anyone can claim to be a leader, but actions determine whether your leadership is worth following.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Action speaks louder than words.
And sometimes that takes time to find out whether or not the person's leadership is worth following. Time will tell the true person. The real McCoy will eventually come out.
Yeah.
But sometimes we got to ask ourselves, how much time do we have?
Yeah.
Maybe you don't waste enough time with the person trying to wait on the leadership to come up. How much time do we have? That's even though the Bible does call for us to be long suffering. But you don't have to long suffer with somebody you're not married to. Keep that in mind. Y'all not married, ain't no such thing as long suffering. That's in the covenant. If y'all in a relationship, you don't have to be. If the relationship ain't heading in the direction you want to go, you know what you want. You know what you don't want. If you don't, you need to find out what you want, and don't let nobody waste your time trying to lead you in a place you don't want to go.
Led, absolutely. Now, the biblical foundation for Christ-like leadership is one of sacrifice and love, not selfishness.
Yeah.
So it's not all about me. It's not all about I.
Yeah.
The key verse is from Ephesians 5:25, and it reminds us that true leadership, like Christ, requires giving oneself up for those being led.
Yeah.
So again, it's not about what I want.
Yeah.
It's how can I serve my wife?
Yeah.
How can I serve my kids? How can I serve anybody
Yeah.
that I've been given to
Yeah.
steward?
Yeah. And one of the things, like I said, one of the things we pray, my wife pray everything is I hope that I'd be a blessing to everybody who come in contact with us. I don't want somebody to come in contact with me or even talk to me. If you talk to me 5 minutes, I'm gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want somebody to come in contact with me and not come up and not be a selfish trying to get something from them. I'm always a true leader. They ready to give any chance they can give. I can give you some advice, I'm ready to give you some advice. If I can give you some inspiration, I'm ready to give you some inspiration. If I can give you some direction, I'm ready to give you some direction. I don't know about I give you a little money. But silver and gold, a lot of times I do not have. I give wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
So if a person direct wisdom, if they deny wisdom, then I probably don't give them money. But if you take the little wisdom, I might give you some money.
Yeah. Yeah, and just notice the contrast: selfish leadership with the servant leadership that was modeled by Jesus.
Yeah.
He earned worship.
Yeah.
Through love and led from a posture of giving and not taking. Mm-hmm. It's all about what we can give.
Yeah.
What we can give, not what we can, get.
And as you know, God is a powerful God, so he could easily make everybody bow down.
Yeah.
But he know if he make you do, it's not earned, and it's gonna be false. Mm-hmm. He wants you to willingness choose me. Yeah. Willingness choose me. And anybody willingness choose to follow you, not just because you're the man, but because you're actually a man with character. Because you can get submission from a woman because she think, okay, he's the man, he's the head of the house. Okay, I gotta submit to, I gotta follow him because he's the head. Yeah, you can get that, but eventually it's gonna start wearing off because they're like, oh, he's the head, but I mean, this man, he inconsistent. He's hiding money. He's not being. I mean, it's unstable, and I feel not at peace because I don't really know what he's doing.
Yep. So the principle of sacrificial love applies not just to marriage, but like I said earlier, to all forms of leadership. The leadership gap, man, we're facing a crisis of leadership in our generation. It's such a gap, and I mean, you really can't follow and listen to everybody you see on these podcasts because, like my husband was saying before, there's so many gurus, podcast dudes, red pill dudes, or whatever you want to call them, out here giving advice, coming from a grandiose place, coming from just, I don't know where they coming from. I don't
talk to no voice of the woman. Women must submit to the man.
They giving out bad information to our youth and the new generation. So we definitely gotta change this narrative.
Because too many men, we out here and we want the benefits of leadership without taking the responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah.
And we demand respect without being willingness to earn it through sacrifice and integrity.
Yeah, and the key thing there was willing to earn. Yeah. You gotta earn things. Anything that come easy ain't never good.
And you gotta really know, based on the age you are, it's gonna be a little hard to earn. So if you in your 40s and stuff, it's gonna be a little bit hard. And that's why I see so many men, they go to the younger woman and stuff because they don't have to earn respect. That she's like, oh, he making more money. Oh, he's older. Oh, he's the man. He's the But see, when you get with an older woman, y'all both the same age. She like, show me. You want me to submit? Okay, I submit what I'm submit to. That's why I said, and most people, instead of them stepping up to the plate, they'll run. And you really run from making yourself better. And I see that in a lot of things out here in the internet. Most people, this gender wars is just really about stepping up.
Mm-hmm.
And when an irresponsible man does not want to step up, or irresponsible woman does not want to step up, they become a runner, they become a trash talker.
Yeah.
And they run away when things get hard. They don't want to commit, don't take it this far. They don't want to race with this or this one.
Yeah. They expect too many men expect others to submit to their influence, but they ain't willing to give up anything for the benefit of those they lead.
Mm-mm.
They just want somebody to hearken.
Yeah. And be of service to them.
For their voice. Yeah.
Be of service to them.
They want to shape other people's lives, but they refuse to be shaped by God's truth themselves.
Meaning they want a woman to be a home housewife.
Mm-hmm.
And they be a provider, and they go about their careers while they dumb the woman down and place her in just the home provider.
Mm-hmm.
Because they think, God, that's the way it's supposed to be. You're the housewife, and I'm the provider. But what happens when a man, he provides, but the woman don't trust that she don't trust him? And that becomes unshakable. Because the woman want to trust you. Okay, you can be the provider, but I want to trust you that you're going to have my best interest at hand. And a lot of times it don't be like that. You be provided, but they be like, dang, this man trust me. I don't know. I know the money, but he's still like he hiding. He's like, I don't know. I don't trust him. It's unstable.
Yeah, and there wouldn't be any confusion. So as Lamont said, we can't keep asking women to follow us into confusion, chaos, or even compromise.
Yeah. True leadership requires us taking on the weight of burden that comes with it, not just seeking the honor and influence. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I make the money, I'm the man. Mm-hmm. The Bible says, those who do that, you have your reward. You got the honor, you got the influence, but you don't have my blessing. And you want the blessing of God. You want God to say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Well done, my good and faithful servant.
Yep. And us as women, we ain't looking for the perfect man.
No, damn.
God did. He shined on me. He smiled on me. But women not looking for the perfect man, but they want a man, who they can feel safe to follow. Mm-hmm. Women don't often feel like they have to carry both the visionary and decision making roles when a man ain't stepping up, because a woman gonna step up and then the man get mad because the woman naturally steps up into his place. Yeah.
And then they be like, I don't need a man because I do all the things that a man normally would provide. I make my own money. I pay my own bills. I got my own car now. What I need a man for? Yeah. And they do need a man, but see, the man can't provide that for them. And the question is, that's why you got to find other areas that you can serve at besides, okay, I can't be a provider. She's making her own money. Yeah. But this woman, the fact that she chose when she in a relationship with you or starting a relationship with you, that means that she said, okay, I'm going to give him a chance. Mm-hmm. And this is your chance to show what else can you provide besides just being a provider of the money.
Yeah. So keep in mind that it ain't about gender wars, but it's about God's design working as intended with each person fulfilling their calling and supporting each other. The goal is for men and women to work together towards God's purpose for their lives.
And God's purpose of your life is going to be something that glorifies him. And the end game, it's not going to be something that, your career advancing and the woman's depressed, where your career is advancing and you getting all this influence, you're growing, but you're not glorifying God. Everything that God's going to do, no matter which way you slice it, which direction you come, everything God's going to be to glorify him. And glorify him to do what? Pull more people to Christ. Yeah. Pull more people to him.
And I think if you go in it knowing that your life is not your own, your life is God's. Yeah. Our lives don't belong to us. Nothing on this earth belongs. Everything is God's. Yeah. So everything we make, everything we get, it should go back to God. Yeah. Even down to the money. When people don't want to pay tithes, it's not our money. Yeah. So
you pay tithes, you invest in you pay tithes and you invest in your most prized asset. If your prized asset is a car, then you're probably going to invest your money in cars. If your most prized asset is taking vacations and trips, then you could probably going to invest your money in taking vacations and trips. If your prized asset is buying you little toys and little trinkets and stuff, then you're probably going to invest your money. Wherever you invest your money at is where your prized possession is. So if you want your prized possession to be relationship, you want your prized possession to be in God, then invest your money in the areas that you want to grow and neglect the areas that you don't. It's simple as that. Like when I say, man, I say, dang. And here's the thing I truly believe. The man is the leader. So the man must be the leader of creating a healthy relationship. If you leave it up to woman, that woman just took the lead. Now it's okay if you direct say, okay, find something, baby. If I'm directing, I say, okay, baby, fine, let's go to council, let's go do something to enhance our relationship. If I tell her to do, okay, that's me directing, that's me leading. But if she got to do like, I think we need to go to council. I mean, this ain't working, man. I think we need to talk to somebody. And she's taking the initiative and leading it, and she now just took the lead of the relationship. And here's the thing about making the relationship work. That's a big part of the relationship. That the woman should not take the lead for. Same thing goes with spiritual. The Bible says, if the woman has something, let's say she at church and she hearing something about the Bible, she can't go to that pastor to ask him. She's supposed to go to the husband and ask him. So the man must know spiritual. He must be the leader in the spiritual realm. He must be the leader in the makes the relationship work. She should not be having to go somebody else to seek out stuff that you should be knowing. Because that means, like I said, every time she go do that, is your leadership is diminished.
Yep. So let's discuss some key challenges that men face in becoming effective leaders, because we want to point these things out. You gotta, do some honest self-examination. Leadership is not just about how others see you, but who you really are when nobody watching.
Yeah, that's integrity.
Yeah.
That's the man you are, the woman you're behind closed doors.
Yep. So one of the first questions you can ask yourself, men, is, am I building trust daily? Trust is built in drops and lost in buckets. Yeah. Okay, so every interaction either adds or subtracts from your leadership.
And even on things that we don't think, like you think, oh, it's just a small gesture. But every interaction either subtracts or adds to your leadership.
So it's like a leadership account you got.
Yeah.
All right. So the second question is, am I clear about where I'm going in life? You can't lead somebody. You can't lead somebody to a destination that you can't describe. Yeah,
the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain so those that read it can run with it. Clarity of the vision is essential for effective leadership. Yes, where we going? Yes, where we headed? How we gonna get there? How long should it take?
Why?
And there's the question. Absolutely. And that's why I want you to keep things to take away for this week or this weekend. Why? Keep breaking down that why. All the questions we're gonna give you, why? Why is the key thing, and you break that why down till you no longer have a why. Mm-hmm. Break the why down till you no longer have a why. And the third question is, am I living what I preach? Am I being a person that I say that I want you to be? If I'm a false preacher telling you something to do that I'm not willing to do, and integrity, you can't do that as a leader.
Integrity means your private life matches your public words.
Yeah.
Hypocrisy destroys leadership faster than almost anything. And I believe we said that before, and we mean it. Yeah. Okay.
And did you say honest? Our daughter wrote you something?
I don't. But yeah, she was saying how she when we remarry, she's gonna really boo-hoo, because growing up we really showed her what it means to love and what it means to sacrifice for each other. And let me find that.
So we can show that we're not just out here just talking. We actually live it. And I hate to be, like I said, we hate to be a hypocrite out here, to be out here trying to
we're not hypocrites.
Talk to you on video, trying to tell you the areas that you need to enhance, and tell you the areas that you need to be better at. And we not be trying to do on a mission, thriving on a daily basis to be that person that we say you should be.
Yeah, she said, Mama, when you and Dad get remarried again, I just know I'm going to cry. I understand the meaning of marriage, and what makes it more beautiful is that I was able to see y'all love and cherish each other. And now that I'm older, I understand it. Mm-hmm. And then she said, I'm going to be a big crybaby. And I told her the template we set for y'all is so that y'all will never settle for anything less than what y'all parents had in a marriage. So I'm glad you got to see it. Now you understand. It means the son.
Yeah. And see, even our son wrote us a message like that too, probably about 6 months ago. So like I said, we're telling you because we know that for you to be effective in these areas, it's critical.
Yeah, and we know we're not perfect, but even down to our kids, certain things you just don't do in front of your kids. So even if we had a disagreement, our kids wouldn't have seen it, you know.
But most of our disagreements was about the kids.
Yeah.
So they saw that part. They know that it was about them, not necessarily us fighting amongst ourselves. And all these areas, like I said, you said, go with the questions one more time for me.
Okay, yeah. So you definitely and make sure again you reflect on these questions. Okay, am I building trust daily? Am I clear about where I'm going in life? And am I living a life? Am I living what I preach? That is so important. That is so important. All right. So all these are critical areas of self-reflections that men gotta engage in to become truly impactful leaders. Because that's what a woman wants. She wants a truly impactful leader.
And you know, it said integrity is the word that keep coming up. And that word integrity is so impactful for me because I remember, like I said, as a youth, little youth like that. I was in trouble, like youth. But I went to a summer camp one time, Omega South 5 summer camp. We had to be there for a week. And I thought it was a good camp, but it was actually a bad camp. I thought it was good. We doing all that thing. What we had to do? When we got in trouble, we had to do work. But anyway, one of the words we did the little step and stuff. But one of the things that my integrity and you free. We had a little step and we was rolling over each other. We probably know more about fifth grade. We was rolling up on each other, had a little thing. We was doing it up, but integrity will set you free. Integrity will set you free. That was the thing. That was the motto that I got. Integrity. Being a man of your word. Showing integrity is to doing the things even when nobody's looking. That's integrity.
Yeah. So this week we challenge you. The challenge is going to be all about having a deep, meaningful conversation with your partner about your shared vision for the future. So start by asking each other, the key question. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years? Discuss your individual dreams and goals, but focus on how you can unite those into a shared vision as a couple. Yeah. Then explore the question. What's our vision as a couple? Not just as individuals. Talk about how you separate dreams or how your separate dreams can come together into a shared mission and purpose.
And the real goal, like I said, when you meet your partner is going to coincide what you don't have. Your partner is going to be like, they're going to, whatever you have, it's going to be a vision. They're going to be able to counter to it. They're going to offset whatever you have. Mm-hmm. And you need to take the time now to start working towards a shared vision. Mm-hmm. A vision without action, they consider that just a dream. Mm-hmm. So be sure that you map out practical steps. Like I said, write the vision, make it plain, so those that really can run with it. Be sure that you map out practical steps. The next step, the vision. Okay, what next? Okay, what next? Why? Why do you want to do this? Why? Keep breaking it down till you have no more answers for it. And then say, okay, can you get with this?
Can you get with that?
Can you get
with this now? But finally, write down your shared vision and pray over it, asking God to guide you and bless your unity as a couple.
Yeah, a power couple, powered by God. Because you can be powered by yourself, or you can be powered by God. If you powered by God, God's hand is in it. He's gonna help you out. But if you powered by yourself, then you're gonna be the only one that you looking at helping yourself out.
Yeah,
all the way on your will.
Truly, you don't think you can take yourself farther than God.
Yeah.
All right, so leadership is weighty. We know it's weighty, it's responsibility, but it's also a calling from God.
Yeah.
Men, when you lead with love, vision, and sacrifice, women gonna be eager to follow you. Yeah. Following the man worth following doesn't mean that you gotta lose your identity of who you are. It's about finding your place in something bigger.
Yeah, and nobody wants to lose themselves. And I got to get up under somebody, and I got to deny myself. Mm-hmm. You're not God. The only person said deny yourself and follow me is God. We don't have to do that to follow men. We can keep ourselves, and we deny ourselves to God, but we don't want to deny ourselves to man. We can keep ourselves, and we can follow men to man. We can follow I don't want to lose myself to God. I don't want to lose myself to another human being.
So the key question is whether you're willing to become the kind of man worth following.
Yeah.
Step up to the weight of leadership, embrace your calling, and become the man God designed you to be.
Yeah.
Your leadership has the power to transform not just your own life, understand, but it also changes the lives of those you lead.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, right now, we got these gender wars, and these gender wars was asking people to step up and be better men and women. I mean, the men, they talk like, I want you to do this and I should do. And anytime, like I said, you cannot run from it. If it's something that asks you to step up and there's a chance for you to become better, you should run and jump to that call. Because, hey, I get to become if I do what they're asking me, if I do just want to say, I just want to do this, want to be more responsible, then they actually want man to be more responsible around the house. If this thing I do, will it hurt me or will it help me? And a lot of times, if it's being of serving somebody else and you're not doing an ego, then a lot of times it's gonna actually you're gonna become a better person if you do what the next counterpart asks you to do. As long as you ain't belittling yourself, if you could step up, the person, if anything asks me required, if I can be a better man because I do what they say do, then I'll step up and do that all day, every day.
Yeah.
If I'm willing, I want to seek knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I do that by any means necessary.
And so, this has been another one. Be sure to like, comment, share. If you got something out of this, be sure to do the weekly challenge. Men, change the narrative. We got a generation, a whole new generation coming out. And right now, I'm just really worried.
Yeah. Man, and that's great. Yeah.
All right.
If we don't step up and become better leaders, we got to be more servant, not just looking to be people to follow us.
Mm-hmm.
And we going nowhere. We got no plans for the woman but to make babies and for us to be a housewife. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that, man.
All right. So they had vision, and together they built the life that they love. Go out here and go build.
Go build.
In the city lights, we shine so bright. Tonya Lamont, we're in the limelight, sharing stories on our podcast every night, spreading love and soul. Our words take flight, talking about love. We keep it real and raw. Through the ups and downs, we stand tall. Our voices blend like a sweet harmony, touching hearts, creating unity. Dive deep into emotions, no filter inside. Tonya's honesty, Lamont soulful inside, exploring love's highs and lows. It's our mission, connecting souls to heartfelt conversation.